Chatting plebs, we're gonna be discussing locals today, and you've all been to locals, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I've not been to locals here.
And there's characters at the locals that kind of get on your nerve sometimes.
Yeah, there's always these archetypical people, and they're always there. Like, there's always, like, you'll see one, and you'll be like, well, I'll never meet someone like that again, and then, lo and behold, some other arsehole, like, 6 months down the line, just shows up. There's always, like, right, that group of kids, like, you know how in Spellbound, there's, like, the guy, like, Gizno, and all of them?
Can you not name?
Oh yeah, did I name his fucking name and his, like, address and his phone number? Gizno. Like, it's not a real name.
That's his character name.
Yeah.
That's his anime name. Right. So, what I don't personally particularly enjoy about locals sometimes is when you're going to a tournament and then you have, like, the trader. That's what I call him, right? The trader. You know?
What are you buying?
You're sitting there, like, in your tournament match, right? You're sitting there for round one, you've got your deck prepared from the night before, and you sit down to, like, for the winner box, and then this guy's, like, comes up to you, like, in the middle of a duel, and he's just like, you got a binder, man? Oh, do you need a blue eyes? Oh, do you have a fucking shite card? And you're just like, just sitting there with your cards, like, fucking, yeah, I'll just be in a sec, man. Like, can you wait? Like, oh, where's your binder, man? Can I have a look? And I was like, yeah, just it's over there. Yeah, I hate that fucking cunt. Like,
no, right. Right, the people where you're at locals and you're actually just it's like a trading environment at that point, right? And then you'll find the guy, and you're like, okay, I've not traded him before. And then after you realise why you've not traded them before, because you got to Millarkiness of your trades. And then it's just a binder of commons.
And he hands you a fucking tin of, like, structured at Kaiba shit. And he's like, do you see it in there for the Ghost Reaper, man? Nah, sorry, mate. No. The shite trader.
That's the worst.
So you have the obsessive trader who, like, bothers you all the time. Then you have the shite trader who's like, oh, I'm sure you can find something for my Naruto. The 1400 attack vanilla or something. Yeah, it's the worst thing ever.
Oh, right, so you've got, like, the people that think they're much better than what they really are.
Oh, like you?
No, right, I can acknowledge that I'm, like, bad, but at least I try, like, right, we've been over this, I am, in terms of, like, the different stages,
yeah,
I'm, like...
Stage 4 cancer.
The worst of the competitive, right?
Okay.
But then you've got people that are, like, the best of the noobs, and that's the most infuriating people.
When you have, like, the Yusenju player with, like, no side deck, and, like, he just has, like, a couple of trap cards here, so he beats all his friends with Yusenju because he can make Chidori, and then suddenly, you know, special summoning under Card of Demise, that one-of that he drew and pulled in his 50-card deck. That guy.
Yeah.
He's
and then
annoying.
they'll be spitting all his, like, shit theory and stuff like that, but, like, oh yeah, this deck was amazing back in the day, yeah. He's like 12, but he's like
Back in the day.
He studied all the decks from, like, years past.
Shite theory. Just spit out shite theory. It sounds like you. Just like...
Name what shite theory you've ever said.
Anyway, moving on. Dueling in general, and then, like, you have, like, the sort of competitive, like, guy, and he's like, oh, what did you side, man? Oh, I sided this, and he shows you his whole side deck, and it's just like, do I need to show you my side deck, like, in the middle of a tournament?
I like that part of the game. Gives you insight in what, like, you know, they think.
I don't care what they think. That's the point. I don't give a fuck. Oh, I sided Dark Hole for your Cosmo. Like, oh, great, man. Great.
Right, so you've always got, like, that one arsehole that beats you in, like, one game, right? And then suddenly he thinks he's, like, the next coming of Jesus. And he's constantly just being like, oh yeah, remember that time when I beat you? Just because, look, you bricked that game, and then he just sacks you with the Stalos. And then, yeah, suddenly he's amazing. He's an amazing player. Fucking decking Battle Fader and the feet. Oh, I hate him!
Like, no names, clearly, just specific examples. No, but there's always that one guy who's like, you know, he beats, like, some kind of sort of guy who has, like, a kind of deck that's not the worst deck you've ever seen, but it does have, like, a couple of Battle Faders and Caius, the regular Monarch, thrown in, right? And he, like, beats, like, some, like, one of the good players who's playing Burning Abyss, and he just happens to, like, domain him all game or something, right? And then, you know, suddenly he's like, oh, I've beat, like, the best player in that local, and it's like, Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, you just floodgate for 2 games, you know, and it's just like, suddenly he's like, got that confidence, like, oh, I'm gonna win the next regional and shit like that. You know, it's.
I mean, come on, I thought that I beat Danny that one time with Battery, man. It's not like I lorded it over him forever. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think Danny will confirm that. You beat him with Battery Man.
I did.
All right, nice.
He's playing shit. I just floodgate. I drew like all the floodgates. He just couldn't play.
Playing floodgates in your LTK deck. That's good theory. Yeah, that's another thing. I hate when you lose to the cunt who's got shite theory. The guy who's like siding like bad cards, like, you know, playing like a Burning Abyss mirror match, and the guy has a fucking Shadow Mirror up for some reason, you know, but he's the one with like fucking, I don't know, the downer, and he just has a bigger monster than you, so you can't like summon it, or
I'm pretty sure there was a time that it was either I sided in or didn't side out Mirror Force against, I think you were playing you were playing Fire Fist and you had hands in it, and I kept Mirror Force in, and you were so baffled by that.
Aye, because the one time that Mirror Force was bad against hands, I drew a bear and it worked. Like, yeah, people who side badly and it pays off. That's my favourite kind of player at locals. Fuck's sake. The one of the best things about locals, though, I say best things, it's like when you're when you just show up and you're just kind of like looking about for your friends at locals, and then you kind of look from table to table and you see different games going on, and there's like this game where it's like something's just going wrong here, like you see like a big whale on the field and like an Abyss Gund, and then like a Thunder King, and then a Restrict, and just like a weird game state, and you walk in and the other guy has like other weird stuff, like a fucking Des Frog, and he's just like, and you're just sitting there like, how did it reach this stage? Where did we go wrong as humanity and as a society to like have like these weird game states? You know what I'm talking about. There's always that weird game state going on, and you just like, you look at it and you think, just local things.
So something we can all agree on is the one guy that wins every local.
Yeah.
And I wonder why he wins every local. I wonder why. Like, how could he possibly win every local?
You talking about anyone specific?
I don't know, I mean...
Alright, so you're saying you're jealous, basically. That's what you hate about locals. That someone's better than you. Oh, fuck! This guy beats me every week. What a prick. I hate him. Is that your argument?
But you can't beat me every week. Like, there has to be one week where you brick. You can't not brick every game.
Dunno, mate. Really consistent deck?
A really consistent player.
Yeah, that's not an argument. Like, but anyway,
like shitty prize support from crap TOs, where it's like you go in for a winner box, so you pay like your tenner in, and then you get like 2 Astro packs as like entry.
Is that not good?
2 Astro packs. They retail for like 150.
That's entry.
2, yeah, and then you don't get anything after it. It's just you get 2 Astro packs, and that's it.
I mean, if you top, you get stuff.
What? Not even.
Okay, but shit prize support in general, like, oh, I came like third at locals, have like a Duelist Alliance pack and like an Astro pack 6.
6?
that legit happens at some locals.
Oh, I found this down the back of the counter.
It's just no like fucking prize support. Like some locals just have like, they just give you dick all. It's like,
we're actually quite blessed that our current locals gives us really good prize support. It's like pack plus Astro pack per entry, then like a pack per win. It's great.
Yeah.
It's good shit. And then if you top, you get more as well.
Yeah. But in general, you'll have that one locals who like, literally, it's like a Magic the Gathering shop, right? But they sometimes do Yu-Gi-Oh! And they'll just like give you like fucking, literally like a Duelist Alliance pack. Like 2 sets old kind of like that kind of tier, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this is the worst ever. It's fucking terrible.
The thing that I hate is the one guy that won't trade you the one card that you need, and his binder's just full of shit, right?
But he's pulled one good card.
Yeah. And then you're like, alright, have a look through my stuff, man. And there's clearly stuff in there. Like, you'd even be willing to like give him an actually good deal on the card. And he's just...
You're willing to not scam him?
Yeah, you're willing to not scam the guy for once. And then...
How kind.
He's just... He's like, oh, there's nothing I see, man. It's like, what, I've got like a fucking, like, Battle Pack Emerald in there. Come on to fuck, it's worth more than the... Oh, these people, man. These people.
Or, oh man, the best excuse is when, like, someone pulls, like, a useful card, like, Reaper recently. So, like, you have that one guy who has, like, Reaper. He has one, and then you ask him, is it for trade? And he's like, No, I need it for my friend's like deck that might come up occasionally in his 50 card deck for his friends.
I'm
Like,
playing it and you send you, man. I'm taking it to Nats.
yeah, or like I need this for my friend's fucking Cyber End Dragon that he might summon against me. It's like, I need this for Dante, okay? This is what this card is designed for. It says banish 3 Dantes. That's why this card exists, right? Can you just trade me it? And he's like, I need it, man.
Yeah,
No for trade. Yeah.
that cunt that always goes into time.
Oh! What guy? Oh, fuck. There's what happens to be like that one guy at locals, like every like round or like every local is like everyone's finished their like 40-minute game, and then this guy's just sitting there in like turn 4 of time with like 2 cards in hand, and it's like fucking he has like one play, you know, he has like 2 tour guides in hand from like a few formats ago, and he's just sitting there like 2 tour guides in hand, like summon tour guide or summon tour guide, and then what does he do? Like, what does he do next to me? What's the thought process? But aye, there's always that one guy at locals who's just constantly in time, and it's just fucking everyone else is just like, hurry up, man! I just want to like play my game.
I've been getting better.
He's about that. He's like basically admitting, like, oh yeah, he's talking about me. Yeah.
A lot of times it's not even my fault. It's like they're the one. It just so happens that all the time, it's my go, and I was fucking it's Tony in it. Aye, every time.
It always is you. Like, you're always in time. Like, why is that?
I went through like one period where that happened, and then suddenly I get just branded.
As the guy in time. Liam's tournament report from like a side event in it's like YCS like Milan.
Nationals.
Was it Nationals?
Yeah.
Right, Nationals, right. Liam's at a side event and Tony's in it as well, right? Because they've both fucking scrubbed it. And it like goes to like top 4 of like 64 people in this side event, and then Liam's tournament report just says like, oh well, I bricked game 2, and then game 3 I won, and then we go into top 8, and then we decide to split because every cunt's fucking in time, and because Tony entered the tournament like every game, like just slowing the whole event down. The process just becomes terrible. It's aye. So the guy in time,
the guy that gets his prize support and then doesn't open it in the shop.
Well, why? Why is that bad?
Because you're like, you could have the card I need. You obviously have the card I need, and then he just fucking takes it away.
You obviously have the card I need in that pack that probably just has a super.
Don't know. Might need the super.
Well, like, for some reason, everyone just likes pack openings, whether you like to admit it or not. Whether you make videos
just
of
something inherently satisfying. Like,
yeah, just opening a pack and going, card. And then, like, someone just, like, wins their packs, and then they're just like, I'm not opening it. Not opening it.
I'm gonna take it home.
I'm gonna take it home.
Or, in fact, on the flip side, though, like, when you've got your pack and, like, the new sets just came out and then just everybody's fucking hounding around you like a fucking vulture, and as soon as your worth to them is, like, done, they just disperse. Like, you open up the pack and then they see the rare and they go, and there's nothing behind, they go, they just all walk away. Every one of them, there's like 5 of them.
It's like no friends or anything, you know, just like, all these cool new people are around me, try to see what I've pulled, and then you never see them again.
They just disappear into
because you don't have the Reaper.
The fucking asshole indignant player, like just the cunt that just lords himself over everybody, like the super arrogant prick.
Danny.
Nah. You know, they're normally ginger. But yeah, like back when we used to play,
Hashtag Chateau Chat.
And in like 2007, 2008, there was like a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh players at Old Spellbound, and they were like the most arrogant people. Some of them were okay when you got to know them, when you got to know them. But there's this one guy that just forever remained an asshole. Like, oh god, it's crazy. Like, I've never met someone that arrogant. And it's like, you're playing a children's card game, mate. Like, how can you be arrogant? Like, get your hole.
The local all-star, the guy who's like shows up every week and out of his friends at least does best. You know, he doesn't actually win the tournament, you know, but out of his wee group and clique, you know, he does the best, so some, you know, he's the better one. And he thinks he's got opinions. And he's the best man.
Best one.
He's the best there. I think, like, you know, people like that have a lot of potential, but they just the attitude to the game is just really shit sometimes. It's just like, oh, I'm so fucking good, I don't have time for anyone else, and oh, my theory's the best, and then they're playing like some shit deck with like weird ratios and 41 cards and 3 upstart and stuff like that.
Look, the numbers just worked.
They worked. Alright, so that's been our list for shit we don't like about locals. Right. In the description, right? Hashtag Team Nadia or hashtag Team Tony. Right? I'm saying like hashtag Team Nadia, right? So pick one of us, right? Give us the hashtag in the comments if you've watched this far. Subscribe to his Dark Souls channel if you're into that. And see you next time.
Bye.
Come, face me. Give in to your pride. Show me your greatness.